want to cut something in the blacksmith shop, because we've got the firelight nearly all the time, we tend to use what we call a hot cut. And the hot cut will cut metal exactly like that. So I'm making a little bottle opener, but instead, like this, a little tiny bottle opener. But instead of just having a plain simple bottle opener like that, I'm putting a little bit of decoration on it like that. Because we like to have, blacksmiths like to decorate things, so even a simple little bottle opener, we like to put some decoration so it can be put onto a hook and available when I have to drink beer when I go home. I do, yes. Demonstrate now is something that is very obvious when we're blacksmithing, but not always clear. When we want to put an S shape into something like this, so there's a couple of processes that we have to go through. So I want to thin this out first, so I'm going to thin it out first so that it will grab hold of the bottle. I've thinned it out. Now I want to put a little bit of a sharp edge on there, just to hold the bottle, and then I want to put an S shape into it, but I'm just going to put this in the vise and just put a bit of a sharp edge on there so it can hold on to the bottle cap. Just put a little edge on there with this special vise called a farrier's vise. That's better. Now I want to put an S into that so that it resembles this shape here. So that's what I've got to create at the end. Now I've got to do this bend here first, because if I bend that I'm never going to be able to pull that round. So I'll do the first bend in the fire, not too hot because it's quite thin. It's easily burnt. We know about burning. It goes, doesn't it? You just sort of think, and it's very easy to do. So I'm just going to put a little S into that, first little curve into that, just tap over the anvil like that, then bring it back over the top. Now I've got a problem. I now need to bend that back. So if I get it hot and put it in the fire, when I come to hit that back, I'm going to collapse that area there. And that's a classic blacksmith's thing to do. When we're doing twisting of metal, to keep the twist nice and even and straight and true, we'll always use whatever's available around us. So I need to put a nice sharp S into this without collapsing that in. So instead of trying all different shapes of tools and sizes, I simply use some water and I'll cool that area off that I don't want to damage, and then that's nice and cool, and that will take the hit now that I'm going to put over the top, just to stop it, and that will stop that collapsing. And that's a classic blacksmith's move. So I've made 2 tight twists and just used water. And what's more, not just water, but Fred has helped me do it. Fred the duck. So there's a little bottle opener. So instead of just a little hook like that, I'll put a bit of decoration on it as well, so it can hang on the wall pretty and be utilitarian. So now it's steel, so if it was left out on the draining board or the washing board or in the dishwasher, because it's steel it can go rusty. So instead of painting it, which will make it look ugly, I use some beeswax. Beeswax is a very old and traditional method of rust-proofing small iron items. So all the old kitchens that you see in manor houses, all the little pot hangers and hooks, they would all be used beeswax to stop them going rusty. So I just take it up to about 200 degrees, or if it's just, or when it's just too hot to touch, as if it's been in an oven, and then I melt beeswax into it. And that's a very early rust preventer. So when it's just not too